to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won.
Hi guys, welcome to a 4-bedroom house tour. This is called the Carnoustie. I'm going to put all the details for you guys in the description box and on the screen here. When you walk in, you get this door. This is how the entrance feels. There's quite some space right here with the matting in the middle, and then there is this herringbone flooring on the ground floor apart from the rooms, and there is a long corridor that leads to the open plan. So we're going to start with either of these rooms. I feel like we should start with the one by my left, which is the living room. So let's go into the living room. It is a very rectangular room. As you can see, I like the fireplace. This is similar to the 5-bedroom house by Stonebridge. We've shared that on this channel already. One thing I would say is that I like their style of TV media wall. It's very different from what you get, especially with the fireplace. This is beautiful, and you can see that it's a rectangular room with patio door that leads into the garden. From here you can see the open plan bifold doors, and I love what they have done on the garden. So you can really imagine yourself spending time with friends and families during summer, just keeping the doors open, connecting with the open plan. It just makes a lot of sense. It's quite sizable because the furniture in here are big, but they don't feel lost inside and they don't feel too small. So it's just a perfect size for a living room. And then there is the bay window. I think they are known for having bay windows in their living rooms, and yeah, so this is very nice with the radiator right under the bay window. One thing I like about bay window is the way it gives you extra sitting space. So from here we go back into the entryway to, they call it the morning room, but this room can be your home office, it can be the kids playroom, it can be anything you want it to be. Now there is a sitting corner here, and then there is a desk right in front of the bay window. You can double up as a playroom and a home office with the same bay window that you have in the living room. See, this is what I'm saying about bay window. It just gives it additional space to tuck in the table. This is such a beautiful feature in a space. And then there is a smaller window by this side that looks to the side of the, I'll call this the home office. Remember, this is a 4-bedroom house, so I'm loving all the features I'm seeing. We move out from this room back to the entryway and we keep going straight. There is a radiator here. I love the way they have styled it, and everywhere is painted really light. So they are also known for their oak doors. I love their oak doors. This is where you have the downstairs toilets. Same flooring from the entryway into the downstairs toilet. There is a sink here. They have put up a mirror here as well with this very bold wallpaper. With the toilet here, the toilet has the inbuilt system, which is really good. And listen, I love me any downstairs toilet that is just at the entrance. Okay, don't give me any other one. I love it. Moving out from here, there's an understairs storage here. So it has all the controls and all that, and I like that there is light, so you can actually use it for your coats, your shoes, and anything. To be honest, they've just given you an idea of what to do, and they've staged this corner as a coat corner. Now let me give you an idea of what you can do with this corner here. Now remember that there is a door there. Because of that door, I would not really do too much up to that place, but I can have a built-in coat hanger with shoe storage here if I want. Otherwise, I can just keep it the way it is with the single chair, just to have like an additional space where you can cozy up. If I'm having a single chair here, I'm going to find a way to have like lighting or lamp or whatever. But this space is such an enormous space that you can do whatever you want to do with it. Now from here, we move into the open plan. It feels so open here. Coming. The kitchen is so big for a 4-bedroom house. Look at the size of the bifold doors. Now, this is what I was telling you. From here, you can see the patio door to the living room. During the summer, just imagine connecting with people, or let's say you have guests anyway. So just imagine connecting with your guests from there, here, this whole platform. And I love what they have done in this place. This is such an inspo. The garden is really beautiful. Now, let's go into the kitchen proper. Look at the size of this island. We'll come to that. I love neutral colors. I still love dark colors, but this one really works for me. So they have the fridge. Freezer is a single fridge freezer with the double oven, microwave, water dispenser, extra storage. These are all storage, okay? These are all storage. I love the wood finishing inside. Yeah, with all the switches and the quartz worktop. Again, they have extended the quartz worktop to this. So cooking, I really wish they extend to this part of the kitchen. They have the Bosch extractor with a 5-burner induction hob. Now this is where they have the cutlery tray. You can actually use this for your spice cupboard. Honestly, you don't really need this for cutlery tray. I feel like you can, or whatever, you can use it for cutlery tray. And then these are all extra storage. I love the finishing of the top of the cabinet. This is a very large window. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. The view from here feels like a countryside view, like you are not being overlooked. You're just, you know, you and your thoughts. That's the way I see it, with the 1.5 sink and the tap. Oh, they have this pull-out tray for your pans, which is very good. Yeah, so the dishwasher is right here, okay? These are all storage, under sink storage. Now let's have a look at what they have on the island. The island is so beautiful. Again, just like the 5-bedroom house we toured, they have this socket. I am a sucker for island sockets. You charge your phone or your laptop when you're in the kitchen, and look at the sitting position here. You can manage to tuck in 3 stools here, bar stools, but just be careful that it's not too tight. And then the wine cooler is right here. I think for me, I love wine coolers on the island. I don't know, it just has a different vibe totally. Look at the size of the island, guys. It is so massive. They have used this side to set up the dining space. It's such a big space, and this light is so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It just blends in with the round table. If you want a rectangular table, you can have a rectangular table, but this works, you know. There's another big bay window here with a radiator, and they have used the space here to create that, you know, little family area. It's just one chair, but again, it works because now you can have conversation with family when you're in the kitchen cooking. Your husband can be here chatting, your kids can be here chatting with you, and all that. So it just works. Look at the size of this radiator. They have a very large radiator on this wall, and I love the way they have staged it by mimicking the size of the radiator with this very large mirror. It has opened up the space even more. Now, let's see what we have here. And this is a laundry room. I love the way they have incorporated lots of storage in this laundry room. I've seen a lot of utility rooms that don't have a lot of storage. I feel like people just feel like it's not really necessary, but honestly, no amount of storage is a waste. So they have a lot here, and then they've got the washing machine and dryer. I'm guessing one is a dryer, and you can actually choose to have anyone you want. But yeah, and then the sink on the sink storage. So they have the single sink here. They have mimicked all the design from the kitchen into this place with the worktop. There is a window here. I really wish there was a door here, but instead of a door, they have a window. This window looks right into the side of that, you know, the estate. And then there is a radiator right here. This is the boiler. That's all they have in the utility room. I think it's time for us to go upstairs.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better.
We are upstairs. You guys can see how open this landing feels. For a 4-bedroom, just under 2,200 square foot, it is sizable. I was worried that we'll come upstairs and the rooms will be small, but you're in for a shocker. Let's start with this room. Can you see? This is a double bedroom. One thing Stonebridge developers do is the way they have the wardrobe recessed into the wall. I love it because now you're not worried about, oh, where's the space I'm going to fit the wardrobe and all that. It's recessed into the wall, and you have the whole of the space for your bedroom. So you can have your bed, you can still have your desk and all that. See how big the wardrobe is. It's a wall-to-wall wardrobe. Wall to wall. Wow, I love it. I have this large window that looks right into the garden. And if I was supposed to use this room for my kid or my son, whoever, I would have a desk here because I feel like the wardrobe would be enough. So you can play around with it whichever way you choose to. This looks like the master's bedroom. I'm gonna leave it for the last. Now this is the bathroom. Ooh, can you see the size of this bathroom? It is big. It's a 4-piece suite. The shower, the bath, the toilet, and the sink. I love how all their toilets and sinks are recessed and how they also incorporate storage in their sink. I love the bath system, right? It's just very upgraded. It just tells me everything I need to know about my spa moments. And then there is a window here, very important in a bathroom. Also, look at what they have done here. They have the medicine cabinets. Can you see that? So it's a mirrored one, so it doubles up as a mirror and a cabinet. Very beautiful. It comes half tiled. I don't know what is standard, to be honest. You just have to speak to them when you visit the marketing suite. But this comes with half tiled and full tiles in the wet area. These tiles are very beautiful to give that marble effect. You have the very large towel radiator here. What more can you ask for? Okay, so let's go to the second bedroom. What is here? So this is where the tank is. Ooh, very large tank. Very large tank. I always like to envisage some storage space when I open places like this, but I feel like you can use the vertical space and probably just keep like a vacuum on the floor if you want. So bedroom 2. Now this is the first ensuite bedroom. Can you see the size of this bedroom? It can fit a king size bed. This is a king size bed, okay? You can see the sizes of the pillows. That should tell you the size of the bed with ample space around. And there is a window by the side here. In as much as I don't like window by the headboard, this has been strategically placed, and I think it just makes sense because the bed still sits on the center part of the wall. And then there is this large window that looks into the estate with the radiator. My favorite part has to be the built-ins. Built-ins give me so much joy. So much joy. Wow. Like I said, this is an ensuite. A 3-piece ensuite. The toilet, the sink with storage, and the radiator. Then you have the shower. You don't have to stretch into this place to turn it on. You turn it on from here. You don't get wet. It's also half tiled, full tiles in the wet area. They have repeated the tiles on the floor. It just gives a seamless finish.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want.
When you step out from that room, this is the landing area. Again, they have a window right on their landing, which brings in a lot of lights. Okay, I love how they've staged with this very large mirror. It just opens up the space even more. Now let's go into the third bedroom. This room has been staged as a girl's room. The blend of pink and the wallpaper, it's really gorgeous. You can decide to do like a double king size. I'm just trying to tell you guys the size of the room because the wardrobes are inbuilt and they are properly recessed into the wall, so you're not dealing with tight space here at all. So give me a spacious bedroom, I would love it. And then there is this large window that sees right into the estate with the radiator right underneath it. Let's go to the final bedroom, which is the master's bedroom. I am so eager to take you guys there. Let's go. First of all, the first thing that greets you is this built-in closet. So beautiful. It's mirrored. It is mirrored, and one reason why I like the fact that it's mirrored is because there is a window here, so it just bounces off each other, bringing in more lights. So this is gorgeous. It feels like a walk-in before you step into the bedroom. Come inside. There are 3 windows. It's such a beautiful way of styling up the bedroom. Like if I was supposed to style this place and have like large frames on these walls, because I want to see that repetition. But it might not be large frame. It might just be a very round wall art or something, just to break up all the rectangular windows that are going on here. This is just me thinking in a very artistic way, and if you're just not so much into minimal design. Anyway, so there are 3 windows here, and then can you see the size of this room? Wow. The headboard is giving me so much joy. This shows you that you can do so many things in this room. It is one hell of a big room. Okay, you can fit a super king size bed, you can fit like chairs, you can fit like maybe even sofa, depending on how you plan the layouts. Okay, this light is beautiful. Now look at this big window. It looks right to the side of the estate. I don't know, when I see a big space like this, I just feel so happy. You can actually have a very beautiful view from here. That hill is so beautiful, I'm telling you. I need to also note that maybe when you visit the suite, you need to confirm if these upgraded sockets are standard, because some developers offer them as standard, but I love that I'm seeing the upgraded version here. And then they have used this to create like a dressing corner for the miss and the misses. So this is gorgeous. This just gives you inspo. Now we walk into the ensuite. Wow, this room is just so big. I wish I had this room. It's a 3-piece ensuite. You have the shower. The shower is sizable, but I'm not still sure it can fit 2 people. I can't really ascertain that it can fit 2 people, but I love that the control is right here, so you don't need to go all the way to turn it on. And this has the rain head shower. The toilet and the sink have the built-in system. I love built-in toilet. Then I love that they have brought in this walnut storage. Walnut has a very beautiful way of adding warmth to the space. Oh, this frame has my heart. This is my style of frame. So yeah, there is a platform here, and they've also introduced mirror for whoever is using the sink, and there is a window right there. More so, you can see that it's half tiled, full tiles inside the wet area, and a very big towel radiator. They have also replicated the same tiles on the floor. I love it when they bring the same tiles down to the floor, so you're not seeing different colors of tiles. It just gives that seamless finish. This is where I'm going to be ending today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this beautiful tour. Normally 4 bedrooms are like 1,200, 1,500, 16, 17, 18 square foot, but this is just below 2,200. So that's why you can see the general space in the kitchen, on the landing, the living room, the bedrooms. Very, very beautiful. I'm gonna leave all the details for you guys on the screen here and in the description box. Let me know if you were looking to move to this area, if this would be your type of house, like it would be your ideal house. Do you think that this is worth the price? I'm always very curious to hear your comments. Let's keep it very respectful as usual, and thank you so much for supporting this channel, for supporting, you know, this show home videos, because I love to do it a lot and you guys seem to love it so much. So here we go, 2026. So please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay fabulous. Bye.